Roseburg, uh, Roseburg, Oregon, the state. VA Medical Center in Roseburg, Oregon, en route to Crater Lake, Oregon. The VA Federal uh, Domiciliary Facility that's located outside of Crater Lake. Uh, there's a small city on the outskirts known as White City. Uh, some of us euphemistically called the domiciliary at Crater Lake Club Fed. Uh, it wasn't a detention facility, rather, it was a place the U.S. government, through Department of Veterans Affairs, provides for those uh, with particular needs upon entry, re-entry into society or whatever. Uh, right now, the time frame as far as year um, doesn't is not relevant. So at Club Fed, uh, the entire facility was operated by the inpatients there. There was a factory for the laundry, food processing center, a cafeteria, the janitorial and maintenance, the night shift works. It was an entirely enclosed military industrial institution, uh, and the rules, of course, very strict. Uh, the police that work there, they're not your regular run-of-the-mill security guards. They're U.S. federal police, and they demand respect, and they deserve it. So anyhow, there was another building with libraries, computers. Just about everybody had a laptop in their individual units. The units were like single occupancy apartments in huge barrack-like buildings that were fairly modern, nice to look at. There were in the area there was a pond with geese and ducks and all kinds of nature. The It was built right into the landscape, like the University of Santa Cruz, a new concept in architecture, just building right into the landscape, like berm houses and whatnot. Uh, Biodomes, geodesic dome houses. It was state of the art and always improving, as I'm sure it continues. Uh, the therapy sessions that we had at the domiciliary at Crater Lake were cutting edge science, neurology, cognition, uh, neurophysiology, biopsychology. Everything was very intense. We spent, besides the job everyone was assigned, everyone spent about 8 to 9 hours in classes and groups and whatnot. There were each, just about everyone there. There were a few had their own motor vehicles. You were free to come and go as long as you'd signed a logbook in and out. Across the road, it was just a rural road, was a marketplace with discount tobacco and even liquor. Uh, and some of the men indulged. I didn't have time for that. Well, the types of training were something like this. There is a fellow in the United Kingdom, Dr. Phillip Nimms, Nimms, who came with a breakthrough therapy for PTSD. It has very technical terms, but when it was released into the public, it's simply called Be Set Free Fast. That's all you need to know to dig into it. Dr. Phillip Nimms and his program of Be Free or Be Set Free Fast, BSFT. And actually, before it was released into the public, Nimms and his et al., all his research colleagues and peer review, had been using the veteran volunteer test subjects to work it out and then utilize it as a training program for the National Aeronautic and Space Agency. Pretty interesting stuff, and that's way long before Donald Trump's Space Force. So, oh man, I will have to dig through my memory and figure out the exact year I was there. And that's about the duration I was there, a year. I worked the night shift as the clerk, catching up on paperwork all night, emails, and all that good stuff. Some of the med kind of had a grudge against me for taking that job as opposed to everything else, laundry, the maintenance, the engineering. But I've always been a good desk jockey, so it was a good fit and pretty quiet for the most part all through that. I left on good terms. It's not, like I said, it's not detention, it's help. A lot of veterans, they go into the military and then they have some tragic experiences and phantasmagorum or experiences of such and unable to communicate. So it's good. It's good. Uncle Sam gives that to us veterans. Most people probably have never heard of the word VA federal domiciliary. They're scattered throughout the country. I wouldn't advise going running there though. You've got to go through an intense screening, and like in Roseburg, before I went to Crater Lake, I had to spend about 6 months just preparing to go up to Crater Lake, Oregon. So it wasn't easy. You have to fit the criterion for the treatment plan according to an interdisciplinary medical team. And an interdisciplinary medical team is usually a board of 5 supervising physicians. And in order for anything like that to go through, all 5 of them have to be concurring and in agreement that that's the action that's going to be taken. So VA Federal, U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs domiciliary program. Okay, it's not a homeless camp. they won't let you there if that's what you want. All right. There are some more cutting edge science so be set free fast, Phillip Nimms. Let's get some more cutting edge science in the field of psychology. Uh, hmm. Well, let's just leave that one dangling there for you, and then I will dig into my memory banks and try to come up with what is stem cell uh, design, uh, precision medicine. That's something not talked about a lot. Precision medicine. This medicine it uses your human genome to determine and come up with a designer uh, structure within any given drug for any reason that's needed, specifically designed for the individual it's given to. In other words, not a pharmaceutical that's given to everyone. It is a pharmaceutical specifically designed for an individual and is known as precision medicine. So the human genome was cracked wide open well over a decade ago, and that was exciting news. Now, this is not some side trip, or sideshow Bob. No, man, this is what is happening with science as it is today. Uh, you need to know sometimes reality sounds too fantastic to be true. So we've gone into stem cell, we've gone into precision medicine, and Phillip Nimms, be set free fast. Those were three of the items on our plate at Crater Lake. All right. God bless you all.